warrior, the internet is the new predator. The internet is the new white van. Now, what am I talking about? Listen, it's 2026. We have to look at human trafficking, which includes so many different things today. There's a new description, in my opinion, what human trafficking actually is. Anything that we thought, we were taught, we read, just doesn't hold anymore. It is a different world. It is a different country. So I think in order to get at human trafficking, to get in there, to educate about, to prevent, intervene, we need to have a whole new way of thinking. Now, I've been preaching this at the Warriors for a long time, but it finally hit me today like a light bulb went off over my head. 2026, beginning of a new year. If we are to succeed and make a dent and get others on board to be true warriors, we are going to have to look at all of this in a very different light. So I started writing down a couple of thoughts that I wanted to share with you. January is always known as National Human Trafficking Awareness and Prevention Month. Now that's great. We at the Warriors talk about it. We put out stories every day. We will do events here in New York and across the country. We will raise the awareness because anything that will get somebody to talk about, listen, any of this exploitation, in our opinion, is good, okay? But let's think about it. I don't think, even though we're still going to be raising the awareness during January, it's not good enough. Just having hashtags and just talking about it and just having campaigns. Because what matters, we learned in the last year, in the anti-trafficking field, first of all, let's give a little background, a lot of the federal funding cut off. Now, look, we're all for, we don't want waste, right? Monies must be appropriated to the correct groups, organizations, nonprofits doing grants, doing the actual work that's trickling down, whether it's education, supporting survivors. And there was a lot of mismanagement, let's face it, like a lot of other businesses, right? But now we've had some really good constructive groups. They have no funding. Therefore, they'll fold or have folded already in 2025. We've learned this. Also, people who, it's coming to light, people who have worked in the anti-trafficking field for a long time, some really good experts are now stepping down and stepping aside because things aren't getting better. Despite all this talk, and they just don't want to do it. It's too tough, especially with funding cut, I should say, sorry about that. We need to have the reality. Human trafficking, education, prevention, intervention, discussion needs to reflect the reality of 2026. Who is targeted has changed. Pretending otherwise and not looking at any of this is truly creating the real harm. The internet, we are not anti-technology. It's none of that going on. But we know that the internet, digital, is the predator. Despite all the great things, we're not giving any of this up. We love the internet. I'm talking to you right now, perhaps across the world, but not regulated. No safety for kids. How did this come to be? Now, I can almost, not that I'm supporting it, understand when all of this started in 1996, people didn't know a lot of things. People didn't know the effects of an iPhone in 2008 on a child. People didn't know that's something where we thought in the beginning, remember like MySpace, and kids could come together and family members and exchange pictures and see each other. Grandparents would love, kids across the country they could communicate with. It was great. But always when there is something good, we have to realize from the get-go, when something is good, this is the reality now, then there's something bad happening. Equal. The bad part, the predators, the bulliers, the sextortionists, the cyber crimes, the predation, exploitation of our children, all of this, kids being fed pornography. So the issue I have is now it's 2026. So we've learned a lot since 1996. So why aren't we taking these precautions? Why haven't we learned? Why haven't we put those guardrails around? What is the problem here? So too much of the conversation still leans on all of this familiar language that we've been using. And it sounds good, but the bottom line is delivering little. We need true take actions that work. We work with and know a lot of ethical tech people. They tell us there is technology to disrupt all of this trafficking, to shut down the predators. And it's not being done. I ask why. So awareness alone, it's yes, I talk about it all the time because I'm in the middle of New York City, and on a daily basis, pretty much, when I say something to somebody about trafficking, exploitation, digital safety, they look at me and they don't really understand most of the time what I'm even talking about. So awareness, we have to keep raising awareness, but it's not enough. We need to have more honesty. People used to say to me when I was giving a speech or in a group, don't scare people, don't. And I would kind of skirt around different things or not use certain words. Well, it's time to stop that. And I am using the words of what is going on. This is horrific, the exploitation of our children. We need to be honest and we need to be courageous about this. And we need to all stand on our soapboxes and say, this will not occur in America. This will not happen to our children. We have to do this because if we are serious about building a future without all of this exploitation and taking care of those who have been exploited, we don't have the homes, we don't have places to put them, we don't have a healthcare system set up that really takes care of them, we don't have enough law enforcement trained and understanding what victims go through. We have a lot of work to do. And we better start facing it in 2026. There are reasons for resolve, though. I mean, we have some proven models that are emerging. And the real question now is how to scale that so it works efficiently. Right now, the states are doing much better work regarding human trafficking than the federal government. That's a fact. They have better responses. They understand better. They're training law enforcement better. They're dealing with survivors better. So there's where we're going to put all of our energies. Yes, we will work in Washington, D.C. We will be at the forefront. We will show leadership at the Warriors. But the work needs to be done and continued on the state levels and in the communities. And that is why our Warriors hashtag is Community Creates Change. That is the true work. Taking care of the people, educating the people, taking care of the survivors. So we believe that this moment calls for clarity, new words, new understandings. Forget the comfort, forget, with the warnings, forget making kids uncomfortable because they're seeing and hearing everything online anyway, learning it from their friends, right? The work ahead that we propose at the Warriors is much harder. It has to be more focused. It has to be in real time. And that is how change begins. And it is uncomfortable. And something that we have been talking about at the Warriors forever is true collaboration. The word collaboration is thrown around a lot, but I have seen firsthand. I don't understand whether it's everybody's fighting for a buck for their organizations. There's jealousy. There's I want to be a leader. I don't care what it is. We have always stuck to our principles of collaborating. That is why you'll see at the Warriors, I promote X, Facebook, Instagram. There's a lot of good work being done out there that I don't necessarily do. We don't do at the Warriors. So I promote that work. And there's work we do at the Warriors that other groups could promote. So true collaboration of coming together. There's power in numbers. It's very simple. There are answers. There are groups doing good work where if we could just plug in, bring everybody together, the answer is clear. It is true collaboration. Truly rolling up our sleeves, truly coming together, truly sharing information, putting it together, creating a roadmap, creating this architecture, and building out a plan that can be used. And that plan on a national level can also be broken down to a state level, a community level. I don't understand why that's not being done, but we at the Warriors will be back in Washington soon, and that's what we'll be pushing for, among many other things, so stay tuned. Please honor our hashtag Community Creates Change. Please guard your children, talk to your children, open and honestly, talk to each other. Open up those lines of communication. And when you wake up each and every day, go out and be a warrior.